Everything's just moving a little bit slower. Okay. Okay, we're good. All right. How is everybody doing today? Hope everybody can hear me. Awesome. Okay, so we're streaming, and I'm gonna hit record here too. Ben, Jenna, Anthony, and Waja here. Today, excited to see you guys. Do you guys have any specific questions about setting things up or getting things rolling or anything you guys have run into? If you guys do, just I guess raise your hand in the chat or speak up and let me know. Ben, I know you guys, I and Sam were three of us were chatting the other day, getting you set up. Did you make any progress with that? Do you have any questions?
Yeah, no questions at all. We're setting up all our automation, and I did manage to create that snapshot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I created snapshots out from the restaurant. So yeah, everything's cool.
Okay, that's awesome. Sounds good. I'm glad you guys
Yeah,
got that
yeah.
running.
The only thing is I think we recorded that call
Yeah.
last time. So if you still have that link, the
Oh
recorded
yeah,
link, then
I will.
I'll be
I
glad
can
to. Thank you.
find that for you and send it over. Let's see. Well, actually, I could probably just find it right now while we're talking about it. And that way, I don't forget. Because sometimes I forget. I try not to, but this gray beard here is I think my memory is going with that sometimes. Just to make sure I try to get everything done here.
Yeah.
Okay, so that made one little update over the last few days to the backend system, and I'll tell you guys what we've been working on. Here, here's Sam coming in too. Okay, just waiting for Zoom to load. Again, I'm on a bit of a slower connection today, so hopefully things will still be fine. Okay, let's go to recordings. Okay, so what day was that on? That was like was it last Tuesday or Monday? I don't remember. No, it's Friday morning, wasn't it?
I think it's Friday around 10. I think it's 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Okay, so yeah, okay, so here's the link. Here, I'll get that to you. Copy shareable link, and then I will message you directly here in Zoom. And that to Ben. Paste. I believe that's the call right there. It's from Friday morning at 9.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Let's see here. Sam. Which Sam? Is it Sam Weir here or what is Sam? Just wondering how things are going.
Here I come. Hi.
I can't remember the last name, but I'll figure it out later. How did things go? Because I know we set that thing up, and you messaged me, and you said it wasn't working, and then you messaged me and said it was working.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what I did, but I just clicked some buttons. I think I just kind of republished it, and then everything started working again.
Oh, maybe.
And so that And it was so exciting. And I showed my husband, and he thought it was so cool, and he was so impressed. And then I put it out with renters this weekend, and it's just part of my little spiel that I do. And I
Yeah.
saw the first two boats, like their eyes, they were so uninterested. And I thought, wow, you know, after a weekend of doing it, one, I learned I need to refine my pitch there a little bit, how I say it to them. But also, I think that people just have kind of like loyalty fatigue sometimes, you know. And the minute you start saying, and if you sign up for this, you get blah blah blah, it's like goes in one ear and out the other. Have you ever
Yeah.
seen that there's a TikTok with a guy who makes fun of loyalty programs and he calls them pickle
No.
perks? It's
No, I
really,
haven't.
I want to send it to you guys because it's hilarious. But all of that to say, I messaged Shan about this over the weekend that I think I'm going to kind of reframe it. And remember when you talked about the loyalty program having being gamified?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna do I made a map of Lake Conroe and all the cool spots on Lake Conroe. And
Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah, and I want people to start taking pictures of themselves in front of the landmarks, kind of like a treasure hunt. And then the pictures obviously I can then use for my social, but then it gets them in the CRM. And so it's just like a fun, cool thing to get them in there and in the loyalty program. And so I started talking about that, and people really liked that. And so it's
Okay.
mhm.
Was that so? Was that so? The people that you talked to, were they boat renters, or
Yeah,
were they people who owned the boats?
the renters.
Oh, okay. And then, so I guess when you go and talk to them about a loyalty program, or like earning rewards for gas and fuel and stuff like that, also, I guess it'll be in their head, are they planning on renting the boat again, or more than once, or something like that, you know? Because I know occasionally we'll rent a boat, but it's like a once a year, once a summer
Right.
kind of thing generally. So when you're talking to them, it might be more of a, are they a repeat customer? Are they coming back and renting more boats? Kind
Well,
of
I
thing.
mean, I thought it was going to be worth it for them to sign up and then me
Just for the
incentivize
fuel.
them to rent again. Huh?
Yeah, just for the fuel savings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
totally.
then when I said anything about the treasure hunt, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, we'll come back for a treasure hunt." And almost
Okay, yeah.
yeah. And everybody asks me all the time if they can book with me off the app. You know, off
Oh
a
yeah.
boat setter. And I don't want people booking off a boat setter for the insurance. So I'm trying to find different ways to offer them a way to, I don't, just
Yeah.
saving somewhere for booking with us again.
How come? Why would they not want to book through Boat Center? Is there extra fees or anything like that? Or
Yeah, they don't want to pay for the insurance and they don't want to pay the fee. It would save them $100.
oh yeah, but then they wouldn't be covered by insurance. Yeah, like your insurance
Exactly.
wouldn't be covered. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no dice, as my friend Josh would say. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm glad that it's working. Too bad they weren't very excited, but I like the idea of the treasure hunt. And I've seen, especially on the lake that you're on there. I think that would be amazing. And I actually copied. I've got it back at home, not here, but um, uh, it was a flyer that the like downtown Kelowna Association put together for like a treasure hunt for local businesses
Oh,
using
wow.
using points and stuff like that too. So you go visit the point, scan your QR code, and get entered into different things like that, which would be another really cool thing, a way of gamifying more of the system. And I think without even um, and for you, I think even possibly without even telling people about the loyalty and rewards, like, hey, sign up and then you'll save points on gas and save money on whatever. I would almost just add them in and be like, hey, like by renting with us, you join our loyalty program, and your first time you're going to get this, and then you're going to get that, and just add them right into the system automatically anyway.
Yeah. What? Let me ask you this about that. If I just enter them into the CRM, does that bypass that opt-in? That
Like technically you're not supposed to communicate with them without their permission to communicate with them, but high level is not going to prevent you from sending them a message if they're in the system, right? If they already have them in the system, or like when they sign up with you, is there anything like terms and conditions or anything that they have to acknowledge anyway?
on the boat
You
setter
know,
side?
yeah. Um, yeah. So I don't. Yeah, the rules are you're not supposed to send anybody a message without them expressly saying, yeah, you can send me a message. I know in Canada there's a whole, if they're a client of yours, then you are allowed to message them,
Yeah,
as
that
part of
makes sense.
as part of your marketing system. You're not allowed to like just cold message people, but if you're doing business with them, you're allowed to send them messages and
Yeah, that makes sense to me
updates and
too.
emails and stuff like that too. So, um, yeah. Anyway,
That's what I'm going to start doing. I'm just going to start entering them in it, and I'm going to say my spiel like I normally do, but then I'm going to say you'll get a text message from me today if you want to present the coupon or.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah, totally. And then say, hey, we're giving you 15% off your fuel, and we're adding you onto this thing. If you want to opt out, you
Yeah.
totally can.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. That's what I'm going to do. Yippee!
Yeah. I think that's what I would start, because that's personally what I would do. And like, you probably won't get anybody complaining about it. And I doubt anyone's actually gonna set you down for, for doing anything like that, just, yeah, as long as they're a customer of yours, I think you'd probably be okay. But and give them the option to opt out.
Well, I'm super excited to use the system myself. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It's like a total game changer. My understanding of everything is completely different than I had it visualized in my head up until this point. So
Right. Yeah.
last Tuesday, when you just like the back end stuff, all the stuff you do, I did not understand. And so then watching you do it, now I'm like, oh, I get it all. I get it now. And so
Awesome.
yeah. So thank you. I can't say thank you enough for walking me through that last week.
You're welcome. Not a problem at all. Like, I think it's really good. I've been trying to go through, like, a big part of this whole system and everything that we have is how do we make things as easy to implement as possible. And I think trying to generate clarity around how it all works, is the thing. And really, like, until you start using it, and like probably with everything, until you start using it, it's a little bit confusing. Until you see it start working and you start testing it out, and then it's still confusing. I was talking to someone the other day who said they don't want to use it anymore because they felt like it was too confusing, but they hadn't set it up. They had passed it off to their VA and then said, go set this up. And then I haven't heard any tech questions or anything from them other than, like one or two jumping on once. But from there, so I'm trying to figure out how do we make it even more user friendly as it is. And I think a big part of it is just there are a number of workflows in there, and trying to gain understanding. And I mean, we can talk. Anir is here too, so I know you're just setting up the system. So, what kind of questions do you have, and what are your thoughts so far?
Yeah, no, I feel like it's a really detailed system. I wouldn't say it's just, another system that is like super easy to use. I feel like personally, for me at least, I've made sure that I want to understand each and every single part of it. So when I'm explaining it to, like, say, a cafe owner and restaurant owner, because that's my niche currently, I want to make sure that I'm like on top of every single thing, right? So
Totally.
I feel like the entire system is beautifully laid out. And like everything is like super easy to use. I just bought like a domain saying demorestaurants.com,
Okay.
and then I connected everything, and then all the paths, all the extensions, everything like worked perfectly. All I had to do was just go connect it, right?
Nice.
But yeah, so I just have like general questions as to so I think I sent you the message, right? And I got a reply too from you. I did try changing the promotions to all to like view everybody, but
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think that worked completely. So I'm just curious to see how
Okay.
I can get that fixed. But other than that, I
Yeah.
feel like it's like the whole system is like I feel like it'd be really, really useful for restaurants and stuff like that. My main question is when it comes to pitching someone, right? Especially with
Yeah.
loyalty and rewards, because I don't wanna pitch a cafe or a restaurant the VIP program right now, like the VIP membership. I just wanted to stay with just the rewards and loyalty, so it's like
Sure.
super easy. They come in, they for every dollar they spend, they get 1 point. When they spend like $100 or $150, they get $10 off, right? Like a
Okay.
10% off or something like that for every $100 they spend. So my main question would be, so I did go through that Google Slides, and I assume it's white label, the OK Connect Google Slides, right?
Yeah. You can go take that and use it however
Yeah,
you want.
perfect, perfect.
With
So that's what I've
the
been doing because that
messaging
has
stuff.
a lot of really, really good info for me to take and kind of customize it for my product, like the product I would be pitching.
Yeah.
But how would you how would you kind of structure this to a cafe and say that this is the system which would probably drive your customer retention or stuff like that, right?
Yeah. So the probably the most difficult part that we have with it is just not being able to connect directly to the point of sale system.
POS,
So
okay.
with yeah, so their POS, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're working on that's going to be our focus here is starting to integrate with more point of sales or
Mm-hmm.
POSs, um, however we can. Anyway, um, but so doing a points per dollar, unless the cafe has the tablet set up, and we have that checkout kind of built where they can put in their phone number, say how
Yeah,
much they spent, and hit submit, and
yeah.
then it'll give points to person, similar to stamp, but the cafe owner could just have,
Mm-hmm.
put the person's phone number in at the same time,
I'm
and do that.
mhm. Okay.
So
No, I'm
how would we? Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, no, so sorry to interrupt you there. But I was just curious, which is it the rewards loyalty card? Is that the one where like we could go in? Oh, yeah, okay, loyalty card admin. That's the one I should go into, right?
Yeah, loyalty card admin is
Where
going to be where the QR code takes the customer when they
mm-hmm.
or it takes the staff member when they scan that QR code.
Staff member.
The person
Perfect.
presents
Okay.
their
Oh,
QR code, somebody can scan that, and then it'll
okay.
take them over to the and they can give them as many stamps as they want.
Got it. Okay. So I think I've pretty much got it. So for the rewards and loyalty, the sign up would be pretty much on the same form, I'm assuming. Can I share my screen on this?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'll just share my screen. Just let me know when you can see my screen, Jason.
There we go.
Perfect. Okay, I don't know why I'm just okay, perfect. So these are the funnels, right? So
Yeah.
the sign up would be here, correct?
You could do it there, or actually, if you go to the next, if you're doing just the loyalty card without points, click
Uh-huh.
next, go to the next page, and I think there's a loyalty card funnel.
This one?
Rewards loyalty card. Looks like you have two in there. I don't know why. One has 6 steps, one has 8 steps. Try that one. That might be the newest version. Yeah. So yeah, so they can you have a QR code for join the loyalty program, then you have the sign up for loyalty, and then you have the loyalty card details. So
Okay.
if card, you can send people over to that sign up for loyalty card.
Okay. So this is the loyalty card. Here's your loyalty card. Okay, so this is the loyalty card for the staff, right? So the staff scans this,
Yeah.
right? So the staff scans it and then they go to this page,
Let's see.
right? Or no, get your loyalty card,
It's
loyalty card
going to
admin.
go
I'm
to
this page,
loyalty card admin,
right?
yeah.
Okay, sweet. So now they would enter the password, which is that. And then this is
because they scan the
basically,
QR code, it should auto load their name, phone number, email, everything in there.
oh, okay.
It should auto load that from the QR code that they scan.
Oh,
And then
okay.
it'll load that person's details in. And then
Perfect.
they just have to select yeah, how many stamps. And
Yeah.
then it'll auto put the password in because they're already on the device with the password.
Yeah.
And then they just put that amount in if they want.
Perfect. Okay, that sounds
So
awesome.
off of that transaction amount, you can give stamps, but you can also give them points, right? We don't
Yeah.
have it. It's not set up like that yet, but you could do a give points based off that transaction amount. And inside automations, there is an example of how to give points on a transaction amount.
Okay, sweet. Inside the automations, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, is there a video for this? I'm just curious.
There is. I'm gonna have to find it because I don't know if I have it in that SOP doc.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I will make sure I'm putting it on my notes right now to make sure that there is a full training on that.
okay, sounds
Because
good.
it should be there. I just have to find it.
Yeah, because I don't think there's one for loyalty. There's one for rewards and promotions. But okay, so here I will show you that as well because that is something I was really curious about, and I believe it is this one here, right? Yeah. So you go manage rewards, come up to this page, and you said manage promotions, right? And then I would pretty much.
Okay. So if you go to, you still have it set as custom campaign. So go to, actually, so maybe what you need to do is scroll down on this one.
Okay.
Click on show the specialty campaign subscribers again. Click on that, change it to select specialty campaign type. Just go to none, basically up at the top. Yeah, and then go to show to all subscribers. It shouldn't have done it the other way, but if you hit save now, and then I would go check your promotions to see if that one showed up.
Okay. This is the page you check it in, right?
Yeah, you can click there. Okay, so there's no CID that came. Okay, so click back to your
back. This one?
Yeah, go back to there. Does it say your weird that it's not? If you click on home, like you're logged into this area already, right? Or you click on your rewards.
Do you want me to just sign up with the new?
Yeah, just go out and then click like log in again. For some reason, I don't think it was grabbing your customer information.
And this is an in-house poster campaign, right?
Yeah, you don't have to log in there, but if you go,
okay.
if you click back.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you probably went under conversations and work too, but you probably have something there already. So click home. Yeah, no, click back.
Oh, okay, home. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, go to home. Go to, because we're going through the dashboard there. So click on loyalty dashboard and AR001. And then click on rewards login.
I might have deleted something, but I can check.
And then go view page.
Yeah, it's not pre-populating, so I might
No,
have to like.
It's not pre-populating because it's not coming from your email. So when somebody comes from their email or their text message, it'll pre-populate all their information for you.
Oh, okay. Okay, so this should work. Okay, perfect.
Okay, now try click on that.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
There we go. See, now it has the contact ID. So then and then actually showing up there.
Makes sense. Perfect. And redeem, and then would give us a code, right?
Yeah.
Request code. So I'm assuming the code would have come on my email.
Yeah, I'll send you a text message and an email.
Okay, perfect.
If you have a phone number set up.
I do not have a phone number set up for this yet, so.
It'll email you then.
Oh, I think this is a different email actually. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so then I'll just show that to the staff and then get there.
Okay. I think okay, that's pretty straightforward. I think now I can just watch the videos and like make more promotions and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, so it's that custom the custom campaign, the one that you selected, is really for giving somebody a promote, like if you were to do something completely manual, like you wanted to set it up so that
got it.
What we did the other day is we used that custom campaign to give somebody access to a promotion that they wouldn't otherwise have to. Like it was and then we also have it set up, we've used it so that you can set it up and give people the access to a like if there was a referral, kind of they give you a referral and you wanted to give them a coupon for the referral rather than giving them points, you could use the campaign kind of thing.
Got it. Perfect.
So other than that, I would use the promotions that are already in there. But if you wanted to just have promotions to show to everybody, then just make sure you have it show to all, and then you don't even have to campaign type.
100%. I also had another question for you. I know the other day we spoke about pricing, right?
Yeah.
I want to ask you, so tomorrow, so I have 2 sales calls scheduled for this week, and both of them are cafe owners, right?
Okay. Awesome.
In your experience, have you worked with cafes before in the past?
I haven't actually. We work more with like breweries and pubs and stuff like that.
Okay, and what about restaurants? Have you guys worked with restaurants?
Yeah. So like breweries and pubs, they have restaurants and that kind of stuff attached. It's not just a brewery or pub. It's like they're generally a full restaurant, but they make their own beer too.
Okay.
So
got it. And if you were to pitch a cafe for just loyalty promotions and stuff like that, loyalty rewards, so just the points and just the stamps, what would your pricing structure be? Would you give them an option of like just to use the SaaS, like of like 225, like do your own, or would you just give them?
If they were just doing it on their own and there wasn't a lot of interaction from us, then I would do it. Then I would sell it cheaper. Generally, if they're just signing up for the loyalty program and they're going to use it, that's for either doing cards or points when somebody checks in or checks out, whatever. then, and we didn't have to like, we weren't managing promotions or running ads or anything like that, generally I'd start them off at 225.
Okay. Okay. And then the done for you is 497, right?
Yeah. So if we're working with them and we're gonna like manage stuff, I mean, and what if you're not doing any promotions, there's not really a done for you. But I mean, you could talk to them and manage it and see how things are going, and just you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
you could have a second tier where you're doing more for them, I guess,
Okay.
or providing more perceived value.
Got it.
But that's where you could also add in missed call text back and put a little chat widget on their website and give them, you know,
Perfect.
access
Okay.
to the communications panel inside of high level, and adding in those things, plus like the points and rewards.
Yeah. Okay.
And then yeah, so we generally start off with more doing promotions and generating traffic in business, and then helping them manage that and meeting with them, you know, once a week or once every 2 weeks to go over their promotions, tell them how, show them what's working, what's not working, and or just kind of figure out what promotions they want to run, do a little bit of planning for the next few months, and then our next tier from that is where we do the promotions, run ads, and do the loyalty stuff as well.
Perfect. Okay. Got it. Okay. So it's more like you grandfather them into the price and just keep increasing it like over time?
Yeah, for different things that they want to do, right? So just
makes
add
sense,
on
yeah.
you don't want to overwhelm them with too many things.
Oh yeah, of
because
course.
when you overwhelm someone, like you give them too many options and too many things that you're doing, then it's too confusing for them, at least to start, right? So you want to kind of like baby step them into the process.
Of course. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. And then in your experience, like generally when you're working, like I'm assuming like this is like your clients, they're not specified to any niche, right? I'm sure because you have like snapshots for different places, like, you know, fitness industries and stuff like that.
We have a lot of experience. I mean, so our background is more traditional agency where we work with a bunch of different clients and different niches. And over the years, we just kind of flowed from one to the next. Where we work with a lot of local businesses, everything from like hot tub places to like event centers to doing all that kind of stuff when we first really started out like 15 years ago. And then we got more into helping coaches and consultants, work with a lot of real estate investors, did some fun stuff there. And then we got into fitness. But we've always had like customers, like some they're accountants, some are book authors, some are like taxable companies, you know. So we work with all of those, and we did focus for a while on fitness, and then COVID kind of destroyed all that. We're just kind of back at it again in the last 4 years, where we're working more with local businesses and now obviously more agencies as well.
Sweet. That's awesome. That's awesome. And over the years, what would you say is your best client acquisition source? Like, is there a specific formula you guys use when it comes to client acquisition? Or
we generally do a lot of Facebook. That's Facebook, Instagram ads. That's generally where we do most of our advertising. A lot of like, especially if you're working with like local customers. Too, if you're focusing on just getting like, hey, my first 10 customers to be like more local businesses. Really, really good is opportunities to get out and do some networking as well. I know.
Got it.
I know, like this was a while ago, but I actually had a lot of success with local networking groups.
Nice. Okay.
Too, where you can go in and some of those local networking groups are things where you meet up once a week, kind of talk to people about your business and what you're working on, and find out what everyone else is working on, and then you get referrals from that. So that was always just to build up a clientele locally. That worked well for us, and it you build some good relationships and meet a lot of other business owners that way too. So that was good. But other than that, we do a lot of just outreach through social media and YouTube, creating content on YouTube and putting out videos there. And that's been actually a bigger source for us as well, because people are going to YouTube looking for content on how do I market my restaurant? How do I market this thing?
Makes
how do
sense.
I get, you know, how do I set up a loyalty program next?
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Man. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I think I should definitely get on social media pretty soon here, because I think that's one of the biggest constraints I'm having right now is like all the leads I get is by walking into their store, because starting out, I feel like one of the biggest challenges is getting your first like 10 clients. And then after you get your 10 clients, you got like a systemized onboarding process, you know what to do, you know what your product is, you know what you can do, what your constraints are and stuff like that. Right.
And so honestly, that's what I'm telling most people to go and do. Trying to get more, especially people who are new. To the marketing business world, high level world, whatever. Is to go out and stop in and have those conversations with people, because you're not just going to learn how to sell, you're going to learn what they need, what they're looking for, what problems they're having, what frustrations they're having. You know, you're going to learn a lot more about your clientele. You're going to build those relationships with people. And then once you have more of a systemized process down, then it's a lot easier to go to the internet and get more clients through the internet. You know, through social media and stuff like that. Right now, we still use social media a lot for reaching out. Like if we see somebody in our niche running ads, we'll message them and say, hey, you know, do you need any help? We can help you. Do you need any help with other marketing stuff? Stuff like that, because we know that they're looking for customers and they're willing to put a few dollars behind it, right? Some of the biggest frustrations are, you know, people, they want more customers, but if they're not going to advertise, if they're not going to put some money behind something, then, you know, they're not going to be a great customer anyway. So, if you find some of those customers who are starting to advertise, it's always it's not everyone. Sometimes they're already working with somebody who's helping them with it, but sometimes they're just trying to do it on their own too. So it's a good thing to step in and just see how they're doing too. So
absolutely. No, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Jason. I'll let you know how the calls go on Thursday.
Okay, awesome. One thing that we as far as loyalty cards, and I made a little change. We made a little change.
Okay.
Not a big thing, but just allows you to, if you upload a new stamp, a loyalty stamp, and you want to change it or get rid of it, we've now added a delete button.
Nice. Okay.
You can delete the loyalty stamp there.
Stamp
and then,
as well.
An update of what we're working on is for the promotions back end. Making it so that once a coupon is redeemed, then it doesn't stay in the promotions front end. So because right now that redeemed coupon will be there, but we should probably gonna set it so that there's it'll show up there for a little while, because you don't want to remove it immediately, but then have it go to a redeemed coupons page instead of showing on the main page, so they can see their past coupons. So that's being implemented this week too. Okay,
perfect.
So
Awesome.
Good.
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. Let's see, Greg jumped on here. Greg, how have you been?
Pretty good, man. How are you?
Doing good.
First call. I just happened to have time in between other meetings. I was like, I'll jump on. I haven't had time to I have a developer guy that works for me that's installing the whole thing into Go High Level, because I just don't have the time. So I was just figured I'd jump on a call, but I'd like to just clarify that what I'm using it for, and it can make it can do it. But I'm starting a membership site for businesses that want to come in and get printing and marketing products at a discount. And
Okay, nice. Yeah.
I want them to use your system so they go in and from the start of their membership, they will start getting points just for signing up and everything you get
Yeah.
points. So it can do that, right? I built everything, the web shop and everything on Go High Level, so everything's integrated
Okay.
there. It should work okay, right?
Yeah, so we just need to, if you're tracking based on how much they spend on their print material and everything, you just need to be able to pass that transaction amount through workflow. So when they go to check out, you should be able to grab the value, and we do have an example workflow in there that takes a transaction amount and then converts it to points.
Okay.
You just kind of have to specify how many points you want to give for that transaction. And then
Right.
because you're doing it through high level, you should be able to just grab that transaction dollar amount and convert it to points. And then just use the give points webhook to give points for that. Otherwise, if you're not doing for based on how much they spend, and just how many print jobs they do, that's easier to do too.
Yeah, I'm assigning as an example, it's $100 equals a point, right? So
Yeah.
it's gonna be basic for right now, and I'm just gonna put that in there and just test it out a bunch before I launch
Okay.
anything. But I was real close, just to your product. I was very close to just building everything on WooCommerce, and then there's a plugin that they have and doing it on a WordPress site. But I'm like, man, I saw your product, like I could use Go High Level now, and I won't have to spend money on that, and I can just use it right in the one platform. So I think,
and I think we're
the only one who does it, right? I haven't seen any others except for that other company. I can't remember, but they're a little different. Boomerang, right?
Yeah.
They integrate. That's the only other one I didn't really like what they're offering. It didn't fit my needs.
Totally. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you're here and you guys are getting it set up. And like Amir said and Sam said, once you start going through it and being able to use the system for your own needs is just way easier to understand. So I think that's
right. And I haven't got there yet.
Because there's a lot of there is a lot of things in there, right? To try to make it as automated as possible to handle your marketing needs and the follow-up needs and all those kind of things. So there's a number of things, but that's cool. Yeah. So if you guys have any questions about that, especially like getting to the transaction point and giving points for that, yeah, absolutely, just hit me up and or jump on the call here and we'll.
What's the best way to hit you up? Is there besides?
You can shoot me a message directly on Facebook. It's
okay.
Facebook.com/JOrban. Or we're going to be, I think we're going to be creating a Slack channel as well for any questions that come in. I think that's going to be anything Amir suggested it the other day, and I was talking with one of our VAs, and they were saying it probably be a good idea too. So going to probably in the next week or so, we'll get a Slack channel or something set up to anybody can ask questions in there about support too, and we'll try and stay on that as much as we can.
How does it know? What's the logic behind knowing to give points when someone shares on social media? I understand within the Go High Level, but that's kind of like outside of that. Is it hooking?
Yeah, so it's the way it works is it doesn't know that they actually shared, but by clicking on the share button, it's going to give them points, but it limits them to points every 24 hours to share, so they can't just sit there and like hammer the button. They can only earn points. So if they click on Facebook or Twitter or X or whatever, or anything to share out, that way it will give them points when they click that button because they can't actually confirm that they shared, but it doesn't give them points when they just like view the share, but when they actually click the share, so it'll give them points for that. But and then it just limits them, so they can't really abuse it unless they're going to go and share every day. But 2 button clicks, so it's likely that they'll share.
Okay. Yeah, so it'd probably be best to have less points for that action just because it's not.
That's generally what we do. Like I generally set it up for like if we're giving 1,000 or 2,500 points or 1,000 points for, you know, a referral, or let's say 2,500 points for a referral, then I'm giving them like 25 points, you know,
Yeah,
for a social share.
it's very
Something
minimal.
like that, or 15 points or something to earn. So keeping it low anyway,
Okay.
but a little bit of incentive.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited.
Awesome.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
appreciate
well, shoot me
it.
any messages if you guys have any issues, and we are always around.
And it said there's another snapshot that's coming soon. Do you know when that's going to be released?
Oh, let me, like, they're pretty much all there. I just need to probably go update the funnel page. I mean the back end. Because there's we do have fitness and home services ready to go now. I think I just need to put the snapshot link in there. So then we'll be able to do that. Can you guys hear me all right, or is it like really quiet?
That sounds good to me.
Okay. My wife just came in and said she's having maybe it's just because it was on her phone or however she's listening. So they just came in. We're away for the week. The kids are doing hockey camps to get ready for the hockey season here.
Freedom.
Up, so
That's
yeah,
some freedom right there.
Yeah.
My son just went back to school yesterday, and I'm just like, wow, I don't even know what to do with myself.
Oh, I can't wait. We got another 2 weeks till they're back in school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you out of?
We're in Canada. We're about 4.5 hours north of Seattle. So we're in a city called Kelowna, and we're in the Okanagan Valley, and it's all hot and nice here. Wineries and stuff like that, and everybody just showed up to show me all the things that they got from the grocery store.
I've never been up that way. I used to live
Whereabouts are you?
I used to live up in Buffalo, so I went to Ontario.
Oh yeah.
But a lot of Canadians
there.
up there, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
grew
so,
up a couple hours north of Duluth,
okay.
Minnesota there.
And now I live in Orlando.
Oh yeah, much hotter there than here.
Much hotter, but definitely tons of business here and always thriving and growing. That's the one thing I like about it.
Yeah. I talk with a lot of people from Florida. Seems like a great place to live.
Yeah, it's just hot in the summers. It's like almost like the winters up there. You don't want to leave the house, you know?
Yeah, my friends who live in Florida, they're like, in the summertime, you go from your house to your car to your office to the office, house, car. Like you're just
and you run
air conditioning
too
constantly. And when we lived in Saskatchewan, it was same thing, but just heat. You had the heat turned on out all the time.
Too much.
So okay, cool. Well,
thanks, Jason.
Yeah, I'm gonna review one thing because somebody we had Alex ask a question earlier, and before I jump off here, before we end this for the day, I'm gonna go and answer that question. So it was around Tango gift cards, and if you're this is I'll jump into this question here and we'll finish off the day that I can send him the info about it. Okay, so Tango gift cards is the I think it's tangocards.com is where you can log in to your Tango account. And actually, I think I'm gonna have to go to I think Sandbox. Oh, Reward Genius. Here, so if you're setting up your Tango Cards account, what you need to do is go into we have the snapshot, so install the snapshot into your sub account, and the snapshot really only has the webhook that you need in order to trigger off the request to the card issuer. So let's see here. So we've got an automation here, and I think it's pretty much just a webhook that creates a gift card order here. So, I mean, you can take this webhook and place it into any, you can take this webhook and place it into any workflow that you want. You can specify the amount. That could be a custom value. That could also be off of transaction amount or points or whatever you want to do. So you're gonna have to create this webhook. We're gonna go over here, log in to Tango. This is their sandbox account. So and all you have to do to set up the Tango cards thing in our backend is you just need to grab your API key. So that's asking me to verify. So we're not doing with Tango, we're not using their we're not using the OAuth 2. We're using just a regular RAS API key. So I think if you don't have that, you will find it. I think it's under accounts or something like that, or you might have to. I think you should have the RAS thing here anyway. So you just go and create your API key, and then you need to have the platform name. So you have to grab the platform name and your API key. Go into our backend under your account. Let's see, one of these orders. And again. Here, go to Tango gift cards. Under agency settings, put in your platform name, put in your API key, hit update. Then you can just add your locations and just make sure that snapshot, you can download it right here, is in that sub account. And it's really not the snapshot, you really just need the webhook in that sub account. And if you have that webhook in that sub account, and that sub account is linked up to our, or is added into our backend, which is, what did I lose it? Oh, I went here. As long as it's added here and you have the snapshot in there, then you should be able to select the information and get set up with it. So you can select the customer, you can select the account there. You'll see this data show up when you're adding the account. So add a location, go to settings, select your Tango customer, select which account it is underneath it, select your reward items and your email template from your system there, and you should be able to just go and send out gift card orders. That should work for you. So this is for Alex. Anyways, I'll send him a link to this. And if you guys have any questions about setting up Tango card orders, shoot me a message and I can help you out. All right. Well, yeah, that's gonna end it for today anyway.
Hey Jason, real quick.
Yeah,
I didn't see that. Lucky I was on the call. I didn't even know you could do this with your system. I didn't see this in any of the any of the information that I got, unless I didn't missed it, because there was a lot of info on the SOP and everything.
The Tango card integration isn't directly into loyalty and rewards. It's under Power Tools, but it can be integrated with loyalty rewards. And I don't know if you have loyalty rewards or Power Tools.
I have loyalty rewards.
Yeah, so part of it is an integration in Power Tools. It's an integration we built with Tango cards. So that can be used, doesn't have to be used specifically for like with loyalty and rewards, but we have some clients who use it with loyalty rewards, some use it with our video testimonials product. Some people use it just for incentivizing people to do other things in their system. You can set it up too so that if people have points, you can convert those points to
a gift card,
basically dollars, and give them a gift card. And those that Tango gift card essentially sets it up so that you can you give people a gift card to any one of those box stores. So, you know, you've got, I think they've got like 500 different locations that you can pick from when you're doing a gift card, and you don't have to specify it when you're creating the gift card for your customer. You essentially just need to say how much money you're giving them, and then they can go into Tango cards and pick which gift card they want. When you're setting up your account, you can select, I think, which cards they have access to or which ones you want to make available, but you don't have to, when you're issuing an order, you don't have to select which gift card you're giving them. So it gives them the freedom of choice of going in and taking that, you know, that $35 or whatever, and either getting like, you know, hey, I'd rather get an Amazon gift card, or I want to get a Starbucks gift card, or, you know, Home Depot gift card or whatever. And they can go do that themselves.
Okay. And so you said it can be done with the loyalty rewards?
Yeah, you can add it into loyalty and rewards as well.
And is there anything that I need from you to be able to install that, like any documents or anything like that?
No, we made it fairly simple. I should probably have a video that don't have a whole lot of people using it, but just because I guess we haven't promoted it a whole lot.
Yeah, I like that. I like it though.
Yeah, but it's like I'll just have to. We're creating a box area, so I'll put that training in there for sure.
Okay. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah. Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, it's a cool system if you want to. If you want to be able to give, you know, translate those points into, or transform those points into dollars for your customers without doing like an internal gift card. Because there's some clients that you would work with who they don't really they like the idea of having points and they want to reward their current customers, but they don't really, you know, want to give their own products and services away. So then they can use that for any of those other gift cards. I know for like where we get our cable and internet, they give us reward points every month whenever you pay your bill. It's not a whole lot. Like it's probably like 1% of your bill you get back in points or something like that, maybe 2%. But then you know, twice a year you probably have enough for like a $50 gift card to like Amazon. So you can go and buy yourself something.
Do you have the functionality built in yet where if someone signs up to do recurring payments, you could give them points for doing that?
Almost done.
Almost done.
Okay. We're creating it as a subscription, so I think we're about 80% done right now. And
Nice.
then we're creating loyalty tiers. So you can create a tier, assign how many points you want to give for when people are a member of that tier, and then every time they pay through High Level an invoice, the subscription gets paid, then it'll trigger a webhook from a workflow, and then give them that correct amount of points for the subscription that they're on. And then you can also create different rewards if you want to have a different tiered rewards, and have those rewards only show up for people who are members of that tier.
Great. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, once we get back, we'll back to the office here. We'll have quite a few more things completed and ready to go.
Okay, and so just installing this, it will install into the loyalty rewards, you said, for sure. The Tango. Yeah,
you can, because it's really just a webhook. Once you have basically once you have Power Tools, you can do that integration. It's really just a webhook that goes through our system, processes it, or like does all the stuff that we need to do to communicate with Tango, and then issues the gift card and everything from there.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, cool. Well, I am going to jump off for today, but I appreciate you guys being here. That was awesome. Waj, Ben, and Greg still hanging out. Awesome. And yeah, if you guys have any more questions, shoot me a message on Facebook, or and I'll get to everybody that information about setting up the new Slack channel so that we can get questions going on in there. And then we'll see you guys on Thursday, possibly. Okay. Well, you guys enjoy yourselves. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Thank you.